Okay, I'm gonna make a bottle form. Put it in the middle, look at wheel. You know, actually I wanted to say something about all these shapes. So I did a cylinder, which is like that. I did a bowl, which is like that. Now I'm gonna do a more like that even, or like that. And I can do a bottle form, which is closing. They're all actually a continuum of this. And a plate is all the way out. So if I want to make a cylinder or a bottle that comes in and has some kind of shape to it, I got to push from the outside in. If I want to go into a bowl, I need to push from the inside out. So it's this continuum of just pushing from the outside or from the inside out or the outside in. Nice way to think about it. Hand there. Now, even if it feels quiet on the outside, because it's pretty well centered right now, there's still lumps in the way on the inside. So I always kind of do this a number of times. You can see there's a little bit of wobble up here. Hands are together. Pushing past center, pushing down. Watch your fingers going in. Second center, you can see it a little wobbly. Took my hands out a little bit fast. Hands on. Second center. Open up a little bit more. It depends on what kind of bottle you make. Now I can start pulling. Now with the bottle form, it's just like the cylinder. I want to keep it contained. So my hands will come up to the middle as I'm coming up. Pointing down. Let me show you one thing by the way. My hands are underneath that ridge. I told you about that in the bowl demo. If my hands are underneath the ridge, I keep them under there. This is what happens. That clay just starts ripping off. So you want to be under the ridge, but on it as well. And that won't happen. Got another wedge of one off, I guess. Okay, here we go. Push more from the outside to the inside. Thinning out the top part first, more from the bottom. Going pretty fast there. That's all right. When you figure out what the clay can do, it's such a feel thing. I'm talking, but it's such a feel thing. You kind of know what the clay can handle. Okay, get a little more clay out of there. Now let's say I close this up a little bit. I'll leave it a little bit thicker up here than I would normally. I can close it in like collar. This is called collaring. Get my hands wet and just choke it. Now the thing is, if I want this to be a certain shape, I'm going to thin it up just a little bit more. I need to get that shape resolved before I close it up and can't get to it. So I can use this again. I don't go straight in. I can curve this, make any curve I want, push out against that curve. This also gets finger rings, rid of those if you want to. I'm going to choke. Lots of water. Now when you choke, a couple things happen. The clay starts to bunch up and also goes a little bit uneven. It happens almost every time. Don't worry about it. So what I do is and it also gets thicker even down here where. And so what I do is I'll pull right through it first. Right now I can start pulling from here because it still feels thick because I bunched it in. And I can pull with my hands just like that. I can also keep my finger in here and just pull straight over like this. And that gives support to the shoulder. If you need to. And just squeeze that finger against the other finger. Then, you can see where it kind of bunched up. I have thick, thin, thick, thin. If it's going thick, thin like that, which is bound to do, like this, thick, thin, you can keep your hands quiet, right on the thick, thick, thick part. Don't let your hands go like this with it. Just keep them like that, locked in, and it brings thick, thin to up and down. Up and down you can cut. Again, hands braced against there, finger in there, just slowly go in. Feel it. Okay, so I can do a little, so it's a combination of collaring, pulling, and either compressing or cutting if you have to. So you can see any change of direction that comes in like that, and bottle form it can come back out again, it can go back in, it can get really severe, you know, real small. Whatever, that's kind of basically how you do a bottle. Want to come out, you push from the inside out. Want to go in, you push from the outside in. You can still shape a little bit. All that shoulder area. Anyway, something like that. Again, knife tool. Cut it off. And that's how you throw a bottle.